Self-worth. I would say that the vast majority of problems, challenges, obstacles, failings I've faced in this entire life really come down to a lack of a true sense of self-worth. I tend to have a history of letting others take advantage of me. I enable or I allow abusive behavior, and people just kind of steamroll me. I know you're thinking, the loud guy constantly yelling at strangers on the internet, telling them to nut up, buttercup. How does he let people take advantage of him? I have a savior complex and think somehow I could save people. I can do something, I can make them better, I can help them see the light. But the bottom line is, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make it drink. Did he just call us horses? Yeah, sort of, a little bit. I did deal with it. For me personally, it tends to be an issue of conditioning. Letting people treat me a certain way, abuse me, take advantage of me, etc., eventually starts to convince my mind, this is what you're owed, this is what you deserve, this is how much value you hold. And these types of things will only ever be perpetrated by people who themselves clearly don't have a healthy sense of self-worth. Sidebar, there is a huge difference between someone who actually values themselves and someone who's just a narcissist. Back at it. As I have trudged and trekked and traversed all of these crazy things in life, daddy issues, my parents getting divorced, me getting divorced, my children hurting and healing, me healing, the importance of emotional, mental, and physical health, the healing journey has helped start to piece together what my sense of self-worth actually should look like. The ways I should be talking to myself, the things I should be saying about myself, the things I should stop saying about myself, the things I should and shouldn't say to other people. This is a giant puzzle called life, and we have to fit all of these pieces together. And this whole self-worth thing comes down to a couple of golden rules. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love your enemy. All of these things. But here is the huge elephant in the room when it comes to these sayings. If you don't have a healthy sense of self-worth, how in the crap can you show healthy love to other people? How can you have any idea what someone else is worth if you yourself think you are worthless? If you are not the kind of person even you can love? How can you see the value and worth in others if you can't even see it when you look in the mirror? Truth bomb! You can't! You can't. Which means all of those posts about, I love so much harder than anyone ever loves me, or I always treat everyone better than they treat me, are patently false. Because there is no way you are truly treating and loving others well if you are not truly treating and loving yourself well. You are pouring from an empty cup and handing out cleverly disguised emotional leftovers as a 4-course meal. You might be giving all you have to give, but you are running beyond empty. At this point, it's not a matter of if you break down, it's a matter of when you break down. And let's face the cold hard truth, you can't help anyone, including yourself, when you do break down. Okay, we're gonna take it down just a step. Breathe, breathe, breathe. The fires of your anger towards me, we're just gonna turn it down to a simmer. Just gonna let it simmer. Sometimes it gets to be too much. Sometimes you need a day off to unplug, unwind, and untangle from the process of healing, growing, and discovering your true sense of self-worth. I get that. Just remember, nothing ever changes if you never do. Nothing moves if you don't increase the pressure. And nothing activates until you turn up the heat. My hope and prayer for you is that you will become the kind of person worthy of showing your own love to. The kind of person who stops tolerating and enabling abusive behaviors in those around you, including yourself. Who ignites real and sustainable passion for a life well lived within the darkest parts of your weary and tired bones. And from there, showing that same love and passion to this broken and battered world around you. Nothing changes until you do. Because life is not a race to the bottom, it is a climb to the top. I am Tim, and I have no chill.
Let nobody tell you how to live, how to be. I told negativity, you gotta get up out of me. Here's a quote about life, like the word is my rock. It's not a race to the bottom, it's a climb to the top, yeah.
So, I hung out with some friends recently, and I told my very pregnant friend in front of her husband that it looked like she had lost weight since the last time I saw her. And she proceeded to stare daggers into her husband's eyes, and then he said something stupid, and then she said something stupid, and I thought the house was going to burn down. I clearly survived. And this story has nothing to do with the video you just watched, but I just had to tell someone.